Hi. Suzanne, I think I'm going to run this past you. This is Gayla. And I work in a prison classroom. I teach in a prison classroom. But pretty much in a prison, you kind of oversee teaching, and inmate aides work with the other inmate students, more or less. And I have an engineering, an aide for just basic math, but he's an engineer. And when students have difficulty with, say, integer subtraction, it just makes them crazy. It really gets them. They don't understand why we're going to use 4 minus -3 equals 7. They don't understand that. So he was trying to conceptually do this problem so they would understand it. So he came to me today and explained it to them so they could agree with this, because they can't agree even if they follow the rules and get the right answer. So he came to me today saying he wanted some paper is what he wanted, because he wanted to use the paper to put this idea across. So I gave him sheets of paper of different colors, but I don't have any different colors right now. So this is how he solved this problem, or explained it to them conceptually. He said you have four positives. Okay, so you have those 4. And then he says, now add 0, but do it by way of -3, or 3. So we're going to add 0 now. Here's +3. Oops. Oh. +3. And -3. So basically what he's done is he says, I can't even get this on the screen. So he says, so now we've got 4 plus 0, so we've got just 4, essentially. And now, so you got 4, take away three integer, or -3, take away 3. So we're going to take away 3 negatives. 1, 2, 3. So our 3 negatives are gone. I'm terrible at this. Okay, so what do we have left? We have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it works. And you can do it, it works for integer subtraction if you're doing this, but I just am not convinced that 4 minus a -3 equals 7, which we know is true. If it's legal then to just go, essentially, we're saying it's equivalent, or he is, to saying it's equivalent to 4 plus 0. And I'm questioning this, where 0 equals +3 minus 3. So that's what this is about, is I want to know, can you do this? Is this a legal move? It definitely works. I mean, it works, but does it work for a good reason? Because in my mind, I can't make that transition. And I want to know if it's credible, if you think it's credible, okay? Now, he's not saying this 4 plus 0 is the same. I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, is 4 minus a negative 3, is that really equivalent to 4 plus 0? Is that a reasonable way to conceptually describe that integer subtraction problem? And I figure you should be able to know that. And I just can't figure it out. I called someone at ASU. They did follow through with the answer with me. And they saw that it works as an explanation. It comes out, but they didn't know if it was credible. So this is my curiosity question for you. I hope you're doing well. This is Gayla Chandler. We've talked in the past. I hope you remember me. And I'm going to send this to you by email, a file. I've never done anything like this. But what I'm thinking is that it would be really nice if it worked, if this is a credible way to explain this, because people can see it. They can see it and at least then come to terms with applying the rules, which I just more or less, look, apply this rule and it works. I don't try to get into the whys of their confusion. And I'm basically like the ghost in Hamlet. You just accept it. And what I like about it, if it works, is that it brings in this complex idea that helps in proofs of using 0 in a form that helps you achieve something. So I think this 0 equals negative 3 plus 3, to bring that in as a way of explaining why this works to get negative 7, I think that is a really good thing to bring that concept in to this level of work, to get people thinking in those terms now, even though they're not realizing the power of that transition and of using 0, for instance, to take, you have x squared minus 2, but you need x minus 1 squared. So then you say, oh, well, if I add 0, so I go x squared minus 2x plus 1 minus 1, then I can take the x squared minus 2x plus 1 part and make that x minus 1 squared plus 1 equals 0, and then just say x minus 1 squared equals 1. So to bring that into an integer problem, that powerful use of 0 is, I think it's fabulous, and if it works, that it would be a great visual conceptual applet, which I don't do applets, but I thought if you guys still have math tools, that might be a wonderful, wonderful math applet to get students to have an agreement or a consensus that 4 minus negative 3 equals 7, or essentially 4 plus 3, so that the minus and negative makes that a positive. All right, so I probably said way too many words, but and thanks for your time looking at this, and I'm way curious what you think about it. I'm frankly, when the guy brought this up, it blew me away. All right, listen, bye.